Hey, what's up, treasure hunters? I haven't made a video in a while. Been trying to take care of a lot of stuff, been super busy, but this past week I've actually made a lot of sales, some really nice profits, and I sold the strangest thing that I've ever gotten at a thrift store. It actually contains part of a human body. Not joking. If you want to see what it is, just keep watching. So I have a whole list of things here. I'll quickly review that I sold. I'll let you know what the purchase price was and how much I sold it for. So one of the first things that I sold was a waterfall vanity. It was a piece of furniture. I sold it through Buy Sell Trade on Facebook. Actually, I think it was late summer or early fall. Through an estate auction online, I purchased an entire bedroom set of 1930s, 1940s. There was a three-piece waterfall, which, if you're not familiar with waterfall, it's a style that was popular then and kind of through the mid-century. The front, instead of sharp, right angles, which most furniture has, it is just curved, so it kind of, in the veneer runs over, so it looks kind of like a waterfall. I purchased a vanity with a bench that had a giant tri-folding mirror. I purchased a dresser also with an oval mirror and a full bed frame that came with the sideboards and the headboard and the footboard. So I purchased the entire bedroom set for $70. A while back I sold the bed frame on Cherish. I sold that for, I think my net profit on that was like $200. I sold, and then I recently sold, I still have the dresser, it's in my garage, but I just sold the vanity for $100. And mostly because I think I could have gotten more if I just waited on it, but I need it out of my garage because I have kids' toys and ride-on things and Power Wheels and all this crap piled up in my garage. I need this furniture out of there. So I just took $100 cash, don't have to pay any fees or whatever, and don't have to worry about somebody coming over and trying to pick it up to have it shipped and all this other crap. So I just took the $100, which is more than I paid for the whole set anyway, and I already made $200 off the bed frame, so I'm glad to see it go for $100. So that was the first, that kind of started everything. That was the first thing I sold. So the next thing I sold was through my Etsy store, was this Studio Pottery Calanimal Zoo lion. Calanimal Zoo made all kinds of different animals, all kinds of jungle animals, zoo animals and stuff, and this lion is laying on its belly, has a goofy grin on its face. They're kind of whimsical and cartoony and whatever else, but they're pretty collectible. I picked this up for, I don't know, $2 to $4, somewhere in that range. I sold it for $40 on the Etsy store with free shipping, so I ended up probably netting around $30. So it's a pretty easy sale. So the next thing I sold was this piece of studio pottery. It's this lidded, it's really nicely made lidded jar. It's by Ohio artist Joe Bauer, and I also have a mug still on the shelf. I don't even think I have it listed yet, but he does this like dragonfly design. I don't know if he does anything else besides this, but everything I've seen from him has this dragonfly design on the side, but it's super nicely made. And I sold this for $85. I think I bought this for like $3 at the Goodwill. It was a while ago. That was a nice profit on that piece, and that was shipped out last week. Next thing I sold was this Zanesville. This is an antique early Zanesville stoneware. Obviously, living in Ohio, I see a lot of Zanesville stoneware items, but this was a larger vase in really good condition. It's an early piece of pottery from them, and It's in like a nice matte blue color. And I picked this up, I think it was probably $4 or $5 a while ago, and I sold this for $125. And then the next thing I sold was this Charlie Harper needlepoint. This wasn't actually done by Charlie Harper, but it's still, his style is very recognizable. I believe he was out of Cincinnati, but he did all kinds of artwork like this kind of minimalist type artwork. And this is a really nicely made needlepoint. It's called Peer Group. It has these pelicans sitting all in a line. And his original artwork sells for thousands of dollars. But this is just, a needlepoint done of one of his pieces of art. Even the kits to do his artwork sell for $100 or $150. So having this already professionally done, framed and everything else, I picked this up for $3 at Goodwill, probably 3 or 4 months ago before all this COVID-19 stuff, and I sold this through my Etsy store for $200 and shipped that out last week. Next thing I actually sold through my Cherish store is this large, it could be, you could put it on your table, but kind of looks more like a floor vase, done by Orcas Island Pottery. That's out of Washington. And this is done by the owner of Orcas Island Pottery, Sid Exton. I had this listed for, I believe, $200, and I've had this up on the store for a while, on numerous stores for a while, marketplaces for a while, and tons of people would, like the item or favorite the item, but I wasn't getting any kind of inquiries about purchasing it or anything like that. It's really nicely made. The glaze is fantastic, but I just wasn't selling it. Somebody offered me on Cherish, they offered me $137, and I just took it just because I think I paid $8 for it at the local Salvation Army. So that was fine. I was happy to move it on to somebody who appreciated it, and they were out in Washington anyway. And through Cherish, they actually have a drop off and go, they call it, program where you pay a flat fee no matter if it's going to Pennsylvania or going all the way to Washington. And this thing was around 16 inches tall, so it would have cost me a good amount of money to ship it out to Washington. And with the drop off and go program, I only ended up paying $15 to have UPS package it and ship it to Washington. So that actually worked out to my benefit. So, that saved me, realistically, probably saved me like $20 or $30 in shipping alone, plus having to worry about packaging it and all that other stuff. So that was definitely a good deal just to take the $137 offer. And I think after the shipping and fees, I netted around $95. So it was still a good sale. Next piece I sold through Etsy was this small Judy Brader vase. I've sold a couple pieces of her work already for nice profits, so I picked this up. It's very recognizable. Once you see it a couple times, she does this colorful kind of little bit of abstract pottery. I believe she was out of Tennessee, also did some work in Cincinnati. This thing was like $2 or $3, and I sold it through Etsy with free shipping for $45, which was fine. It's very easy to package up and ship and doesn't cost a lot. So next thing I sold was this antique wall hanging fountain. This was, I purchased a while back at Goodwill, and it was $25, which was kind of a gamble because it has no markings, and I knew it was old, but I was hoping I'd be able to ID, the maker and manufacturer. but I never was able to do that. But I still sold it. I sold this actually this was my first sale through my Ruby Lane store, and I sold this for $200 plus shipping. So, paying 25 bucks, that was a good profit on that. The problem is that the item was broken badly during transit. So, and the buyer sent me pictures of the broken item plus the box, which was like smashed. So I ended up filing a claim with the USPS if I can get back the shipping costs, seeing that they didn't ship it well. I don't know if I'll be able to get back that shipping cost or not, but I'm gonna try. But either way, I still made 175 bucks off that sale. Next thing I sold was also through my Cherish store, and this I bought a while ago. I got this at a Goodwill, not the normal one I go to, but one a little bit further out. Bought it for $8. This is a early 90s Ethan Allen. It's solid oak. It's just a magazine rack with brass hardware and brass casters on the bottom. And I sold this through Cherish, the same drop and go program. And I sold this for 150 bucks. And I think I netted, after the shipping and everything, this was a little more expensive because of the size, but I think I netted like 90 bucks. Next sale I made probably earlier this week was this Sena DC. I showed this in a previous video, this Murano glass elephant. I had this listed for $75, and it was on my Etsy store, and somebody contacted me and asked if I'd take $60, which of course I would. I think I paid like $3 for it, or $2 or something. So this was super easy to package up and ship. So now I'm going to get into a couple items that I sold recently that I still have to ship out. These were done in the last couple days. I sold this piece. This is a late 19th, early 20th century oil painting that I got at an auction, an online auction. I kind of took a chance on this. So this is signed CJ Vernet. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I saw that it was signed like that, and it should be Claude Joseph Vernet or Vernet, or however you pronounce it. His work sells for a lot of money. So I ended up paying, I don't know, 250 bucks for this at auction. And then plus, the auction premiums and stuff. It was under 300, but it was still kind of a gamble. And after I posted this on a couple of groups and stuff, people were adamant that this was not actually done by him. It was done more of an homage. That was kind of a bummer, but it's still a really nice painting, and it's still old. Looks to be in the original frame. I posted this on my Etsy store for $600, and in less than 12 hours, somebody offered me $400 for it. So I just took it. It's hard. I don't have the expertise to tell if this was actually done by CJ Vernet or not, or Vernet. I just took the profit and need to package this up and ship it. If somebody makes a killing off this, good for them. I made some profit, and that's what I'm here to do. So gotta package this one up. It's a good sale. I would have liked to make double my money, but I'm glad to just not lose money on this. So the next item, I think I actually sold this today. I sold this through my Cherish store. I had this listed for 250 bucks, and somebody offered me 225, so I took it. I got this for, I don't know, less than $5. This is done by Corson Hirschfeld, which he is a pretty well-known photographer from the Cincinnati area, and this is titled and hand signed. This is a Yucatan pyramid in Mexico. And on the back, you can see this is at a gallery, Corson Hirschfeld, and it's pyramid, Yucatan, Mexico. It's a hand-tinted photograph, and here we go. You can see it was done in, 81, and there's his information. So, pretty nice photograph, especially being a hand-tinted photograph. I sold, like I said, sold this for $225. And it's large and really cool, so somebody should be really happy with this. So it's a pretty nice photograph, and I don't even have to package this up or anything. I just got to take it to the UPS store through the Cherish drop off and go. I think that cost me like $15, so I should net around $200 for this, so definitely a good sale there. So, as I promised, one of, if not the strangest thing that I picked up at a thrift store is in this leather container here. And I sold this through my Etsy store. And this is actually 2 pieces of human lung in glass. And I picked this up for $5. I had this listed on eBay for $150 and somebody offered me $130. So I took it. It is 2 specimens of human lung, one with nothing wrong with it and one with emphysema. It's done by Spenco. Must be, yeah, it says Medical Corporation. This is pretty cool. You don't really obviously see this kind of stuff too much. And it's in the original case. Could be used for, obviously used for educational purposes, but could have been used for some kind of sales stuff, or could have been used in a classroom, or who knows. When I first saw this, I saw the leather case. Definitely looked mid-century, so I opened it up and I was like, are you friggin' kidding me? Like, this is weird, but yeah, definitely. I had this listed for a lot more at first. And I got some interest, but nobody pulled the trigger, so I just kept dropping the price. And I'll definitely take $130 off of a $5 investment. So I gotta package this up, which should be pretty easy because it's not really that big, and send this out tomorrow. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can see the wide variety of stuff that you can sell. From photographs to pieces of human lungs and glass. Like, there are people out there to buy those rare and kind of cool vintage items. So as soon as we get this lockdown over with and continue to squish that curve for the spread of this COVID-19, we can get back to our normal lives. I can get back to the thrift stores and start looking again, which I'm itching to do. Everybody stay safe, stay home. Let's get this over with once again as fast as we can. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please, once again, like I say every video, hit that subscribe button for me so I can continue to build this channel. And I appreciate you guys. Stay safe, be healthy, and I will see you in the next video.